There's something undeniably magnetic about a Taurus that commands attention. While their strength, determination, and loyalty are well known, there's one overlooked trait that makes them truly enviable, a quiet power that surprises most people. This hidden quality isn't just impressive, it leaves others in awe, reshaping how you see this zodiac sign. The real reason why Taurus people are admired is so unexpected that you will hardly believe it. Then, get ready. Because the reason that makes Taurus people extraordinary is about to be revealed in sign 7. So, let's get started. Number 1. Taurus approaches conflict with the same deliberation they apply to everything, weighing whether engagement is worth their energy. They possess an innate understanding that most arguments solve nothing, preferring to withdraw rather than participate in fruitless debates. This isn't avoidance, but strategy, conserving their emotional resources for battles that truly matter. When confronted with aggression, they often respond with silence, not out of fear, but from recognizing that some fires die when denied oxygen. Their peacekeeping stems from strength, not weakness. They could dominate verbally if they chose, but consider such victories hollow. Taurus would rather maintain harmony than prove a point, though this shouldn't be mistaken for indifference. They remember every slight, filing away injustices until the pattern demands response. Their conflict style teaches an important lesson, that not every provocation deserves reaction, and sometimes the most powerful statement is dignified restraint. People admire this quality, wishing they could emulate Taurus's ability to rise above pettiness. In relationships, this manifests as a partner who fights fair when necessary, but prefers to discuss issues calmly before they escalate. Their goal isn't to win arguments, but to resolve them, seeking solutions rather than scoring points. This emotional maturity makes them exceptional mediators, able to see all perspectives without losing sight of core values. Taurus demonstrates daily that true strength isn't about loud confrontations, but about choosing which hills are worth dying on, and walking away from those that aren't. Number 2. Taurus is known for their almost unshakable patience and calm demeanor. But beneath that steady exterior lies a temper that, when unleashed, leaves a lasting impact. What makes their anger so formidable is precisely how rare and controlled it is. They endure slights and inconveniences with remarkable composure, giving people the benefit of the doubt time and again. However, when pushed too far, whether through repeated disrespect, betrayal, or outright injustice, their reaction is anything but impulsive. Unlike those who rage in the heat of the moment, Taurus's anger simmers quietly until it reaches a breaking point, and when it finally surfaces, it's deliberate, precise, and impossible to ignore. Their anger isn't explosive but calculated, often expressed through a chilling silence, razor-sharp words, or decisive actions that leave no room for misinterpretation. They don't believe in empty threats or dramatic outbursts. When Taurus says they're done, they mean it. Their fury is rooted in principle, not pettiness, making it all the more intimidating. They remember every slight, every broken promise, and when they finally respond, it's with the weight of all those accumulated grievances behind them. What makes their anger so jarring is the contrast to their usual easygoing nature. People grow accustomed to their patience, and may even take it for granted, forgetting just how much they've been tolerating until it's too late. Once crossed, Taurus doesn't easily forgive. Minor issues might be overlooked with time and a genuine apology, but true betrayal is met with a quiet, irreversible severing of ties. There's no lingering resentment or petty revenge, just a firm, unshakable decision to remove toxicity from their life. This ability to cut people off without hesitation is something others secretly admire, even as they fear being on the receiving end of it. Taurus teaches a hard but valuable lesson. Their patience is a gift, not a weakness, and those who abuse it will learn the difference too late. Number 3. Taurus has a special relationship with food that goes beyond simple hunger. It's a quiet celebration of life's pleasures. While others at parties might nervously sip drinks or force small talk, Taurus moves with purpose toward the snack table, their sanctuary in a sea of social pretense. There's something almost meditative about how they survey the spread, their experienced eye immediately identifying the highest quality offerings, while politely ignoring the sad bowl of stale chips in the corner. Their approach to party food is never rushed or greedy, but rather a deliberate appreciation of each flavor and texture, as if conducting a private tasting session amidst the chaos of conversation and music. This isn't about being antisocial, it's about being selectively social on their own terms. Stationed comfortably near the appetizers, Taurus becomes an observant presence, content to people watch while enjoying carefully selected bites. They'd much rather savor perfect bruschetta than suffer through superficial chatter about jobs or weather. There's wisdom in this choice. While others scatter their energy trying to impress strangers, Taurus conserves theirs, engaging only when genuinely moved to do so. Their quiet satisfaction as they sample the spread often makes more of an impression than any loud party banter ever could. What looks like simple indulgence is actually a profound philosophy. Taurus understands that good food represents care, tradition, and sensory joy, worthy of full attention. That store-bought dip isn't just disappointing, it's a missed opportunity for real connection. When they encounter truly exceptional flavors, their pleasure is visible but never performative, a private moment of happiness in public space. This ability to find contentment in simple, tangible pleasures while others chase more abstract social validation is something many secretly admire. By the party's end, while guests remember vague conversations, Taurus remembers the perfect balance of spices in the meatballs, the ideal crispness of the crostini, memories that actually nourish the soul. Their approach teaches a subtle lesson. Life's too short for bad food or forced interactions. So, why not focus on what truly satisfies? Number 4. Taurus embodies quiet determination, working steadily toward their goals without fanfare or shortcuts. While others chase quick wins, they understand that true mastery requires patience. Their focus is unwavering. Once committed to a task, they'll see it through with meticulous care, refusing to rush perfection. This isn't stubbornness, but rather a profound respect for quality. Distractions fade into the background as they methodically chip away at their objectives, day after day. Their motivation comes from within, needing no external validation to maintain their disciplined approach. In a world obsessed with instant results, Taurus stands as a testament to the power of persistence. People admire this quality deeply, recognizing how rare such dedication has become. Yet their greatest strength can sometimes be their limitation. That same steadfastness makes them resistant to change, even when adaptation might serve them better. But when they do embrace evolution, it's with the same thoroughness they apply to everything. Taurus doesn't just complete tasks, they imprint their soul into their work, creating something that endures. Their legacy isn't built on speed, but on substance, a reminder that the most meaningful accomplishments can't be hurried. Number 5. For Taurus, everyday life transforms into a sensory masterpiece. They don't merely eat, they savor, detecting subtle notes and flavors others would miss. Their hands instinctively recognize quality fabrics. Their eyes appreciate perfect sunsets. Their ears catch the soothing rhythm of rainfall. This heightened awareness extends to their living spaces, carefully curated to nourish the spirit. A Taurus home isn't just decorated, it's crafted, with each element chosen to create harmony and comfort. They understand instinctively how the environment shapes well-being, surrounding themselves with textures, scents, and objects that resonate with their essence. When they prepare a meal, it's an act of love. The careful selection of ingredients, the attention to cooking methods, the artful presentation. Their insistence on quality isn't pretentious, but rooted in a deep respect for authentic experiences. In nature, they find profound peace, attuned to seasonal changes and Earth's quiet wisdom. This connection to the physical world gives Taurus an almost magical ability to create beauty from ordinary moments. While others rush through life, they pause to appreciate the warmth of sunlight through a window, the perfect ripeness of fruit, the comforting weight of a well-made blanket. These aren't indulgences but necessities, the foundation upon which they build their resilient spirit. Taurus teaches us that true luxury isn't about price tags, but about presence, the willingness to fully inhabit each moment and find joy in life's tangible gifts. Number 6. The Taurus temper is legendary precisely because it's so rarely seen. Their default setting is calm endurance, absorbing life's irritations with remarkable patience. But when pushed beyond their limits, their response is seismic. Unlike fiery outbursts that quickly fade, Taurus anger builds slowly, a tectonic pressure of disregarded boundaries and accumulated disappointments. When it finally releases, the impact is unforgettable. Their words carry the weight of every unspoken grievance, delivered with devastating precision. This isn't impulsive rage, but righteous judgment, the inevitable consequence of crossed lines. What makes their anger so powerful is its absolute finality. Taurus doesn't threaten, they decide. Once trust is broken beyond repair, they walk away without theatrics, simply closing chapters they'll never reopen. People often mistake their patience for passivity, not realizing how much they've tolerated until the dam breaks. Their fury serves as a boundary stone, marking where their generosity ends and self-respect begins. Yet, even at their most angry, Taurus remains controlled. Their sharpest words are measured, their actions deliberate. This isn't about losing control, but reclaiming it. Their temper, though fearsome, follows an internal logic. It's the protective reaction of someone who gives deeply and expects that loyalty to be honored. When they cut ties, it's not punishment, but self-preservation. Those who understand Taurus know their anger is the flip side of their legendary devotion, proof of how deeply they care and how completely they commit when their trust is earned. Their quiet strength makes their rare outbursts all the more impactful, a reminder that even the most patient bull has its limits. Number 7. Taurus may appear unshakable on the surface, but beneath that calm exterior often lies a storm of emotions they refuse to let the world see. Their remarkable ability to maintain composure even during personal turmoil stems from a deep need for control and self-reliance. Rather than burden others with their struggles, they choose to internalize their pain, believing vulnerability is a sign of weakness. This emotional discipline makes them the rock in relationships, the person everyone leans on, yet who rarely asks for support themselves. Their strength comes at a cost. While others admire their resilience, few realize how much effort it takes for Taurus to keep up appearances. They've mastered the art of masking distress, channeling their energy into work, hobbies, or simple pleasures like good food to distract themselves from inner chaos. Even in moments of deep crisis, they'll smile and assure everyone they're fine, only breaking down in complete privacy. It's not that they don't feel, they simply refuse to let those feelings disrupt the stability they value so much. What makes this trait so enviable is the way Taurus turns suffering into silent endurance. In a world where emotions are often on display, their restraint feels almost noble. People wish they could handle hardships with the same grace, never realizing the loneliness that comes with such self-containment. The truth is, Taurus feels just as deeply as anyone else. They've just perfected the art of strength, and that's what makes them so admired, not because they don't crumble, but because they refuse to let anyone see it happen. Number 8. Taurus observes the world with the quiet intensity of a chess master studying the board. While others rush to fill silences with chatter, they listen, truly listen, absorbing nuances most would miss. Their gaze takes in everything: the nervous tap of a foot, the subtle shift in vocal tone, the unspoken tension humming beneath polite conversation. This hyper-awareness operates constantly, a radar picking up on inconsistencies between words and actions. Yet, Taurus rarely reveals the full extent of what they notice, storing observations like carefully cataloged files for future reference. Their genius lies in knowing when to share insights and when to keep them close, understanding that information has the most impact when timed perfectly. People often underestimate this quiet vigilance, mistaking their deliberate silence for disengagement. Only later do they realize how much Taurus saw, how every detail was noted, analyzed, and remembered. This skill makes them exceptional judges of character. While others might be fooled by surface charm, Taurus detects the truth beneath. In professional settings, this translates to strategic advantage. They anticipate problems before they arise and identify opportunities others overlook. Personally, it means they know exactly when a friend needs support or when a partner needs space, often before the person themselves realizes it. Taurus demonstrates daily that wisdom isn't about being the loudest voice in the room, but the most perceptive presence, the one who sees everything, says little, and acts decisively when it matters most. Number 9. When Taurus loves, they do so with their whole being. not through grand gestures, but through steadfast devotion that weathers life's storms. Their affection manifests in practical ways, remembering how you take your tea, fixing what's broken before you ask, creating a home that feels like a sanctuary. This isn't romance as dramatic performance, but as daily commitment, showing up, paying attention, doing what needs to be done. Taurus understands that love is less about poetry and more about presence, less about fiery passion, though they possess it, and more about keeping the hearth warm. Their loyalty runs deep as roots, anchoring relationships through seasons of change. While others might grow restless, Taurus finds profound satisfaction in nurturing long-term bonds, their feelings deepening rather than fading with time. They express love through protection, not possessive control, but genuine investment in their partner's well-being and growth. A Taurus in love becomes your most ardent supporter and most honest critic, believing in your potential even when you doubt yourself. Their love isn't flashy but foundational, building something meant to last. They derive real joy from their partner's happiness, not as reflection on themselves, but as reward in its own right. This emotional maturity means they don't keep score. When they give, it's freely, without expectation of repayment. Yet for all their generosity, they maintain healthy boundaries, understanding that true partnership requires two whole individuals choosing each other daily. Taurus redefines romance as reliability, passion as perseverance, showing that the most extraordinary love is often the most steadfastly ordinary, the kind that makes coffee in the morning, remembers birthdays without reminders, and stays when things get hard. In a world of fleeting connections, a Taurus's love stands as an enduring testament to what relationships can be when nurtured with patience, presence, and unwavering care. Number 10. Taurus approaches decisions with the deliberate pace of the earth itself, unhurried, thorough, considering every angle before committing. In our fast-moving world, their methodical nature stands out as both anomaly and antidote. They understand instinctively that good choices require time and space to mature, resisting pressure to rush what shouldn't be rushed. This careful deliberation stems not from indecision, but from respect. For the process, for the consequences, for the weight of their word once given. Taurus weighs options with the precision of a master jeweler examining gems, testing each possibility against their core values. Practical considerations matter, but so do emotional truths. They seek solutions that satisfy both head and heart. What might appear to others as hesitation is actually profound engagement with the decision-making process itself. Taurus knows that some paths, once taken, can't be untraveled, and this awareness informs their every choice. Their patience often pays off in unexpected ways. While quick deciders face buyer's remorse, Taurus enjoys the quiet satisfaction of choices made well. This approach makes them invaluable in crises. Where others panic, they assess, bringing calm clarity to chaotic situations. Their wisdom recognizes that not every question needs an immediate answer, and that sometimes the best action is deliberate inaction. In relationships, this translates to a partner who thinks before speaking, whose promises carry weight because they were never made lightly. Taurus reminds us that in our rush to decide, we often forget the value of the space between, that fertile ground where the best choices take root and grow strong. Number 11. Security isn't just a preference for Taurus. It's a fundamental need, the bedrock upon which they build their life. When this foundation feels threatened, they don't retreat into silence or passive aggression. Instead, they communicate their unease with startling directness, not to manipulate, but to maintain integrity in their relationships. This transparency is their strength, where others might hide insecurities behind games or tests. Taurus names them plainly, giving partners the chance to understand and reassure. Their honesty isn't about control, but about creating trust through vulnerability. They recognize that unspoken fears grow in darkness, while bringing them into the light often reveals their true size, smaller than imagined. This emotional courage sets Taurus apart in matters of the heart. While some mistake their need for security as clinginess, it's actually profound self-awareness. They know what they require to love fully, and aren't afraid to articulate those needs. Their approach prevents the slow erosion that unvoiced doubts can cause, addressing issues while they're still manageable. People admire this quality even as it intimidates them, recognizing the maturity it takes to say, "This scared me," rather than acting out. Taurus demonstrates that real security isn't about having all the answers, but about being brave enough to ask the hard questions and trusting enough to hear the answers. In a world where people often equate love with losing themselves, Taurus shows how setting boundaries and expressing needs actually creates the conditions for deeper connection. Their relationships thrive on this radical honesty, proving that what we often call needy is simply the courage to love out loud, with all its beautiful, messy humanity intact.